Hail and well met, traveler, and welcome to PSL Comedy's D&D actual play, The Fellguard. My name is Jordan Tries, and I'm going to be your Dungeon Master for Season 3, which is what we are currently in now. If you are not caught up, however, you can check out Seasons 1 and 2 on our YouTube channel, PSL Comedy, but we can't have a Season 3 without some wonderful players, so let's get reintroduced to everybody. Hi, players, -1? Wait a second. What's going on here?
-1.
Oliver.
Oh, no, that's right, Oliver. Something happened to him last session, so he's not going to be joining us for this one.
He's lost in the internet.
Oh, God, and we got to go in there. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue your I'm an owl hoot? All right, let's go around the horn and reintroduce everybody, starting with Xerus.
I'm Buster Barnes playing Xerus.
Saga.
I'm Jace, and I'm playing Saga. It did not take me a second to remember the character's name.
It's a new one.
It's new. I'm not used to saying it.
I am Ashley Strange, and I'm playing Boxy.
Very good. And I am Jordan, like we said earlier. We are PSL Comedy, and we stream every single Monday and Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to chat with us after any of these streams or see any upcoming streams that we've got, check out our Discord, which we should be tossing in the chat for you. If you type !Discord, it should show you everything that you need. You can also see all of our social media stuff at PSL Comedy. But we've got some upcoming events, don't we, Mr. Wes?
Mr. West is my father. No, yes. So, although Fellguard's been going on Wednesdays, on Mondays we've been kind of alternating stuff, doing Bollywows with myself, and Chewbecca. But this week and probably next week we've been playing Date Everything.
Yes,
which is a delightful dating simulator, and it is everything you think it is and more. I think this week,
what have you dated so far?
Okay, this week we talked to the bed, our phone, glasses,
The rubber duck that we had to skip because of content reasons.
Oh, the rubber duck we had to skip because of content reasons.
Oh, God.
Now they do give you a content warning. Well, it said bad language and sexual themes, and we said no, thank you.
We said not today, not today. No, thank you.
I said I will look into this outside of stream and then come back and say it's what it is. And then the curtains, which is 2 people, Kurt and Rod are the name of the curtains.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We did the toilet. You
Who
can
is
see on a clip where I said Ace screaming how much they hated that character.
I do remember seeing the clip of Ace crashing out over the toilet.
I have never seen my best friend that mad at me.
If you want to tell us who we should date, you gotta join us on Monday, and then
you gotta
picking objects in our house, and that's
gotta help us find more dateables, because I think we found about maybe a dozen, and there's 102.
Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, so Monday nights starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to be notified when we go live, you can give us a follow, or if you'd like to help us out a little bit more, you can subscribe. That way you can see every single time that we go live. Ashley, would you please tell me all about our monthly book club?
Absolutely. So our monthly book club is Turning Pages. We just had our Pride Month edition. We read Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Such a good one. Have you guys read that one?
I have not personally read it, but I've heard wonderful things from Ace who read it.
I caught some of the stream, and it sounded super, super good.
Yeah. So they are voting on their next book in our Discord. So everybody can hop over to the Discord, like Jordan said, !Discord, and find the poll so that you can have a say in what our next vote is, or what our next book is.
Yeah, absolutely. And we stream this once a month, so it is going to be usually on Tuesdays, so it's a little bit of a specialty event. Oh yes, and Thenpai has been killing it on stream, our brand new mod that we've got. Thank you, Thenpai. Everyone say thank you, Thenpai.
Thank you, Thenpai.
Thank you.
And then in addition to our streaming events, we also have some live shows that we're going to be doing starting on July 13th. We are going to be doing a Goofy Movie Shadowcast. Yes, I'm going to be back playing Max and I get to dance and I'm super excited to get started with that. All the information you can see on the screen there. It is going to be in Wilmington, so please don't miss it. We have tickets available on Eventbrite. We've got the link right there for everybody. Right. I think that's everything. Anything else? Anything else we need to say?
I could say I have another plug if we have time for it, but
plug
not if
it,
we don't
baby.
have time for it.
Plug it.
Plug it.
The end of in addition to that live show at the end of the month on July 27th, we're participating in a comedy brunch that's a fundraiser for the revival of Encore magazine. So if you're local to Wilmington,
fun.
And remember Encore magazine that died in 2020.
I didn't know it died.
R.I.P.
That's so sad.
Yeah, so it's a comedy brunch. There's tickets and the money goes to support them, but there'll be improv and stand-up comedians, and we're participating among a bunch of other local comedians.
Fantastic. All right. We love some good live shows. Everyone support live comedy and live art anywhere you can. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and do some more live art here on this computer that you're staring at or your phone. All right. Let's grip it and rip it, baby. Let's
Oh, I'm sorry.
You should be.
I hope the first thing everyone heard was, I'm sorry.
It's absolutely what everyone heard, just so you know.
Oh, good.
And really, that's very apt. Previously on the Fellguard, Episode 1, Season 3. We opened on our newest season by meeting our new character, Saga de Sultan, a cleric with the Arcane Alliance. We were given a little bit more information about her standing with the Alliance and some projects that they were working on, a gate to travel to the other planes of existence. The Arcane Alliance was doing a final test to see if they could breach this veil between worlds when creatures started to pour forth from the portal. Everyone was attacked and Saga made it out only just with a wounded eye and not before hearing a deep and sickening laugh from the portal itself. Then we jumped over to our heroes, Voxy, Xeris, and Oliver, returning to their new home base of Feist Manor after having lost a battle with the Arcane Alliance. Krausiash, the leader of the Fellguard, arrived, visiting them with Xeris' parents, and after explaining, he was worried about the resources that the Fellguard can continue to expend to fight this guild war. There was a knock at the door. They opened the door to reveal Saga, holding the body of an unconscious Fellguard hunter, and when pressed for information, she mentioned that she wanted to hire them to hunt the beasts that are coming through the portal. The Fellguard is split on trusting her. The group disperses kind of for the evening, and Xeris and Oliver spending some time with Roby, and Voxy donning some dangerous-looking armor and leaping out of the window. Then, later that evening, Saga left her room to discover that the guards who had been assigned to watch her were killed. And she recognizes the arrows and begins to shout for everyone to wake up. Xeris, Oliver, and Roby arrive moments later and were attacked by figures leaping out of thin air. They overwhelmed the party, and we watch in horror as two of them grabbed Oliver and vanished. The other two turned towards the group and were fully visible, and we got our first good look at the legendary assassins known as the Red Sisters. But we're not going to start with their story quite yet. We're going to jump back maybe a couple of hours. As thunder rolls across the sky, we see a campsite. We see thick tree trunks, and our vision pans across a handful of tents. As we get closer, we can see a number of horses tied up under these trees, the saddles clad with the blue and gold of the Arcane Alliance colors. It's then we hear a short scream followed by a gurgling sound, and then a heavy thump. Then suddenly hurried footfalls as someone sprints through the camp. We watch as a figure, a male elf, bright golden hair and wearing his evening clothes, and suddenly lightning flashes and we see dozens or so bodies of his kin that are illuminated in the camp. Many of them have had their throats slit, and a few of them have arrows sticking out of their chests, and one of them has a short sword that has been driven through the center of their forehead. And we see as another one lies face down in the smoldering embers of the fire. The elf sprints past their corpses as another deep rumble of thunder sounds off. The elf is panting, tears streaming down his face, and he glances behind him just long enough to see as the Nightblade disappears behind a tree. The elf lets out a panicked yelp of fear. Suddenly a few drops of rain begin to fall, and the elf trips over a tree root, slamming hard into the ground. He scrambles quickly, but screams as a knife is thrust deep into his ankle. There is a twist and a deep snapping sound, and another scream. Please don't! The elf chokes out through painful howls, and as they weep into the pine needle-covered earth, the Nightblade stands above them, rain pelting their shoulders and eyes burning with deep fury. The elf looks up at the imposing figure, and they've heard the stories. The Nightblade is supposed to be this vengeful spirit, a demon sent from the hells. They kill without mercy, and if you've seen them, it's already too late. The elf sparks up their hand for a last-ditch effort before the Nightblade drops a boot on their wrist, pushing it deep into the earth. And as they look down on their prey, their head tilting slightly with amusement, they pull down their face mask and reveal themselves. Voxy, as you look down at this elf, what do you do?
I take my short sword out, flip it around, and stab in their throat into the ground beneath them.
You stab and you put your pressure on the hilt and drive it deep. And as the elf struggles for the briefest moment, you can feel their heartbeat on the sword before it fades. And you never look away from their eyes as you do so.
And as the elf's eyes are looking up at me, and I push a little bit harder, I say, not one of you gets to live.
We close in on your face, your eyes burning with fury and vengeance. And we watch as you twist the blade hard and a bit of blood splatters up onto your cheek. And then we slowly pull back out as that look of anger and fury changes to a look of fear and horror. As we are now inside of Feist Manor, and you are staring directly into the face of these two red-clad armored assassins. You look over as you can see standing on the banister, basically overlooking the sort of like lobby area, is one of these red sisters. And as they balance perfectly on the banister looking out, we are going to cut now over to our battle map, folks.
Woo! Here we go. Oh,
all right.
fun.
So we've got the map in front of you. We can see that there is Roby down on the staircase, and we can also see that there are two red sisters who are present. One of them is down on the bottom floor looking up at you. The other is standing on crouched on the banister. I realize that I still have Oliver up here, but that's okay. He'll just be here in spirit. As we look over, you can see that we have Xeris, Saga, and Voxy down at the bottom corner there. I don't have the initiative count from last time, so we're going to go ahead and re-roll initiative, counting that as like a small mini break as everyone sort of re-grabbed their bearings. So, starting us off, let's go ahead and get everyone to roll a d20 and get into initiative, please.
15.
Nice.
What? Natural 20.
Ooh, nice. All right.
Nice.
So, with a natural 20, Saga, I'm going to implement a new house rule. If you roll a nat 20 on initiative checks, you get to listen to everybody else's order and choose where you go in the lineup.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
That's so fun.
Before we get into turns, it doesn't have to be right now, but I do want a reminder as to how the binding thing works that Saga did
absolutely,
to us
because that
I'll give a full
Okay.
recap.
All right. Xeris, you said you had 15?
I had a.
I had 15. Sorry.
Copy.
Yes.
I had
Stop
19.
I just I'm doing great.
All right.
doing
So,
great.
in terms of the order, without knowing where the red sisters are, you've got Voxy, Xeris, and then Roby. Where would you like to go within that saga?
First.
You want to go first? All right.
Yep.
All right, so starting us off, Saga, would you please explain your binding spell that you cast last episode?
Yes. Okay.
Bonding,
so this
bonding
is called.
spell.
Yes, it's called Emboldening Bond, but I'm just going to call it Bond because I think that's a mouthful. Okay, so you can forge an empowering bond among people who are at peace with one another. As an action, you choose another one creature. This is all for me. Sorry. It lasts for 10 minutes, okay? No, there's no re-rolling or anything on my part. This just lasts for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
While any bonded creature is within 30 feet of one another, the creature can roll a d4 and add the number roll to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw it makes. Each creature can add the d4 no more than once per turn. So basically you guys get an extra d4 once per turn to add to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. And then the other part of it is when a creature affected by the Emboldening Bond feature is about to take damage, a second bonded creature within 30 feet of the first can use its reaction to teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet and take all the damage instead. So like if Roby was about to like absolutely fucking die, then you guys could go take all the damage for him instead if you wanted to.
Amazing.
And all this is just within 30 feet of each other. So that it's just, this goes away if you're outside of that.
Pretty
Right.
sure this hallway is just 30 feet. So
Yeah,
I think
this
we're good.
whole
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. All right, so let's
just
go
for the
ahead
future.
and begin with Saga, with Voxy on deck. So Saga, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Saga's gonna heal herself.
That makes perfect sense to me. What does it look like as you cast this spell?
Saga, who looks so beat up, is I grab like the like I guess like in kind of like thin air, just like grab, and it looks like strings of water, and just kind of like wrap it around like myself, and it kind of like comes in, and yeah, feels.
Nice. As you wrap it around, it begins to glow with this sort of like bright yellow arcane light, and as it touches the points where you've been injured, you watch as the wounds begin to slowly heal up. Go ahead and roll your HP healing for me and let me know where you're at.
Okay. Rolling many dice. Okay. Uh, 37.
Nice! 37 points of HP return back to you as you suddenly feel this vigor just sort of pulse through you as you are ready and willing to now jump back into the fray.
So now I have 42 hit points.
Amazing.
Do math. I was at 5.
Oh god. All right, 42.
Way lower than me to double what I have.
Xeris, what is your current HP?
Sorry.
I'm at 20.
20, copy that. All right, so, Saga, would you like to move anywhere?
It's
between
really,
last week and this week, Jordan. Do we rest?
You're fucked if I go down. You're so screwed if I go down. So I have to keep myself alive.
I know. I got you. It's just
Fair.
All right.
Fair.
Where are we moving to, Saga?
I would like to, I think just kind of skirt. Let's see. I'm so sorry. How do you move the character on?
You should be able to just click your token and then move it.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I had over the wrong thing. I would like to just go right here.
All right, so you sort of tuck yourself back behind a couple pieces of furniture nearby, and as you look over, you can see the Red Sister is perfectly seated on this banister looking out. The sister has not looked at anyone outside of Xeris and Voxy, keeping their eyes on them at pretty much all times. Speaking of, Voxy, it's your turn with Xeris on deck. Voxy, what are we doing?
Yeah, okay. Who is that in the blue on the stairs?
That is Roby.
Is that all? Roby, that's
Yes,
Roby.
Oliver is not present. He vanished alongside with the other two Red Sisters.
I thought you said that his thing was still on there, so I was like, look, he looks
his
different.
His little frame is still on the sheet because I did a goof and I forgot about it.
I don't even see it, so it'd be perfect. Okay, so okay. Voxy, thankfully, she's still got all her stuff on her because she just came from a fight, but nobody knows that. Yes. I'm gonna first I'm gonna attack with. So I am going to.
Gotta do something. Are you shooting a bow? Are you casting a spell?
No,
what's the plan?
I am trying to decide. I think that this is an action.
To
my
do what?
Hunter's Mark is an action. Oh no, it's a bonus action.
It's a bonus action.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action. I can cast, because I have favored enemy, I can cast Hunter's Mark twice without expending a spell slot.
Nice.
So I can do it on both of. I want to put it on both of the Red Sisters.
Okay.
And then I am going to first attack the one closest to me with my short sword.
Okay.
So I guess I gotta get closer. So I would move to there and attack with my short sword.
As you go sprinting up towards them, you see yourself like rushing up with your sword revealed. Those of you who are nearby, it's uncanny how quickly she sprang into action. Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
All right, I got a 16.
16 is gonna meet it. All right, so go ahead and give me your damage.
All right, that damage is That is a 10 damage.
10 points of damage. Beautiful. As you attack, do you include any of your Hunter's Mark damage that you just did?
Nope, I gotta add my fucking Hunter's Mark damage, which is, thank you, 1d6 of extra force. That is an extra 4.
An extra 4. Beautiful.
So 14 damage.
14
Thank
damage
you for
total.
That reminder.
As you swing your blade and cut it across, you watch as it slices across the edge of their armor, and you watch as a wound appears on their shoulder. And as they look down, almost surprised that you were able to hit them, you watch as they begin to stand up straighter, getting over top of you. It is now Xeris's turn. Xeris, what are you doing?
I have. I'm sorry. I have.
You
a
have your
second
other
attack.
action. Your other second attack.
I have
on your
another action.
Do it.
I'm going to do a longbow to the blue red sister.
Nice. As you cut across with your blade, you quickly pull out your longbow and pull another arrow and fire it as it flies towards them. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That is 19.
19 hits. Roll damage for me.
All right.
And players, reminder, you can go ahead and just roll damage with your roll to see if you hit. That way we can just do it all at once.
Where's the fun of that, Jordan?
It saves time.
But what if you roll so much damage and then you don't hit, and then you're sad looking at all of the damage dice that you didn't get to do anything with?
That's kind of how it
true.
goes sometimes, though, huh?
What?
Mine is 20 points of damage.
God damn!
Oh.
All right, very good. All right, so as you fire your other bow, you watch as it whips past them, slamming into the other red sister as it hits them square in the chest. You watch as they reach up and snap the arrow off and throw it down. And as they look at you, their eyes narrow. All right, Xeris, you are up.
Okay, I had a question about the D4.
Yes.
You said it doesn't not damage, but it for attack rolls and Jace for the D4 we can add is for anything.
Yeah.
It has. Damage. Does damage count?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, not damage.
Not damage. Okay.
But attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks.
Do we have to do second part of that question? Do we have to say that we would plan on using it, or can we see our roll and then add it? Jordan, I guess that's a question for you.
I think I'll allow you to see what your roll is and then add it if you want. That's totally fine.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to steady aim and blue red sister fire my crossbow with advantage.
You take your weapon, and as you hold it up and firing with advantage, giving yourself sneak attack bonus here.
I don't need advantage on that, but I'll take it anyway. Nat 20, baby.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead, give me all of your damage that you're causing here, and then double it for me.
Double it. Oof. Okay. Man. Here we go.
This is not counting your modifiers, just so you know.
Oh wait, I have to add the shit. I have to add the other. So many dice.
Yeah.
All right, so it's one. Okay. I couldn't do this last week because I couldn't find my dice. All right, I'm gonna have to do some math here for a second.
Right.
Okay, if I double it at 60.
God damn. All right. Yeah, and you're hitting the one with the blue dot?
I got two sixes.
Amazing.
So, yeah,
how do you kill this red sister?
I picture it caught, you said it caught the arrow or ripped the arrow out that Voxing shot at it?
Yeah.
Okay. I want I want to rip the arrow out and look at that and then just get straight up shot in the side of the head.
You watch as this
drop
right in the side of their head and drop like a sack of shit. And as they hit the ground, you watch as blood spurts out of the wound where the arrow hit them. And the other one looks down, looks at you, and begins to panic. Anything else you'd like to do?
I used my bonus action, so I can't.
You did.
Yeah, I forgot the thing I was gonna do that I didn't do, and now I can't do it because I used all my dice. I don't think there's anything I can do, so I'm going to end my turn because I can't move because I did steady aim.
All right, it's the Red Sister's turn. She is going to use a bonus action to disengage, and she is going to take off running.
Of course.
You watch as she goes. You watch as she goes sprinting into the house. She pushes past the doors and disappears from view briefly. All right, and as she disappears, it is now going to be Roby's turn. You watch as Roby looks down, and you see as he points at the sister, and then says, what do you want me to do?" He's asking you guys.
Yeah.
You said he
Wow, I
points
thought he
at
was
me. I thought you
asking
said
the
he's
air.
asking the Red Sister what Roby's a gamble. We don't know what Roby's doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Get out of the way, Roby. Stay safe.
Roby, hide. Get out of here.
All right, you watch as he says, "Copy that," and you watch as he ducks down and tries to hide behind the staircase. He's gonna run down and sort of duck back over here. All right, top of the round with Saga. What are you doing?
Can I move up to where she went and see if I can see her?
Yeah, you can move as far as your movement will take you.
Okay. So she went into the like up here, this kind of area.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. I can get right there.
All right. As you jump in, you can suddenly see now, revealing in front of you, the Red Sister, and you can also see that there are two guards that are appearing in this space. And as you look over, you can see that Landros and Sonia, these are two guards who are part of the Band of the Shattered Helm, who were tasked with staying here. They come running in and they have their gear readied. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, baby, I want to cast Hold Person.
Ooh, okay, very good. So it's that.
Yes.
What kind of save is that for for Hold Person?
A Wisdom saving throw. Which is
All
gonna
right.
hit a 16.
Got to beat a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, let me see what I can get for you. Ooh, that was a natural 16 with her wisdom
No!
is going to be a, that's all it is, a natural 16. So meets it, beats it. You
Well-
watch as she reaches, you reach into her mind trying to force her to hold still, and you watch as she throws it off almost effortlessly.
Okay. Sorry for that.
Question. I can't use my lucky for that, can I?
No, you cannot.
No. No. Okay, then I will. Sorry, I really hope that would work. I don't have eyes on any of the other people, do I?
No, you can't see
I
them
can't
from
see
your
it.
position,
I can't
yeah.
see into the other room. Okay.
Exactly.
Then I guess that's my turn. Then that's what
All
I
right.
do.
Gotcha. Do you want to, so that was your magics and everything. Any bonus actions you can take here?
No, all my bonus actions are
Or spell-based.
spells, and
That's
that's
fair.
not
All right.
how spells work.
As you watch this, the sister, she looks at you and she turns, looks over her shoulder, and sees as the guards come running in. As they come running in, it is going to be Voxy's turn. Voxy, what are you doing?
Okay, I am also going to run
Okay.
up towards them, and I have get out of here. I got what's my speed? I've got 45.
Nice. God damn. 9
Speed.
squares.
Yeah, because I have roving And I have Dread Ambusher, but I think
Very
I forgot to use it on my first turn, so whatever. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm going to get in between you two.
Nice.
I'm going to go there.
Oh.
And then I am going to...
Sorry, I haven't recovered from the date everything streams.
I'm still on that wavelength, unfortunately.
Amazing. Yeah, so noted. I am going to attack with my short sword.
All right.
And
you shoulder the bow, grab your sword, thrusting it forward. Go ahead and give me a roll to hit. And your damage, if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker. That is going to be a... that was a 7.
That's going to miss, unfortunately. And as you thrust the blade forward, you watch as she parries it, or not parries, she dodges out of the way almost casually. Now realizing that where kind of your skill level is sitting, she is kind of upping her game a bit.
Well, that's okay because I'm going to hit again.
Again. Roll a hit for me.
Let's see. Oh, that's much better. That is a 22.
That's going to hit for sure. Give me damage.
That damage is...
And you still have
Hunter's
Mark,
I get the extra Hunter's Mark, which is an extra 1d6. So that is an extra 5. So 19 damage.
Nice.
And I am going to use Savage Attacker, which means that I can roll the damage 2 times. So, like, roll it with advantage. So, I want to see if I can do that again. So, that was a 19. Let's see. Is that more?
I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention to that part. Sorry.
15.
Add that D4.
No. It wasn't.
No, she's out of range. Out of range. Out of range? Add a D4. No.
Okay. Heard. Even though I'm close. Okay.
Oh, we're not close enough.
19 damage.
No, you gotta
damage.
one of you has to be within 30 feet of another one. I'm pretty sure I cast it on you, Voxy, and Roby. She is I'm trying to keep track of that. I'm trying to keep an eye on it for you guys.
Gotcha.
So that.
Yeah.
All right. You watch as she dodges out of the way from the first attack, and as she dodges out of the way, you spin the blade around, flipping it in the air, catching it, and coming with a reverse strike. And as you do, it stabs her hard in the rib cage, and you watch as she lets out a gasp of pain and reaches down and grabs the blade itself. All right. Xeris, you are up, unless Voxy, there's anything else you'd like to do.
Did cast Vex, my mastery.
Yes.
When I hit a creature with that weapon, deal damage, I have advantage on my next attack roll against that creature before the end of your turn. So,
all right, remember that for me.
She is currently vexed by me.
Vexed by Voxy. All right, Xeris, you are up.
Okay. I'm moving up to here.
You run through the door. You kick through the door, and as you suddenly see the Red Sister holding onto the blade that is deep in her gut, as Voxy is holding onto it, Saga has her hands up in the air as she is attempting to cast spells. What are you doing?
Pulling up the crossbow, gonna fire with advantage because I got.
And you get sneak attack because you have somebody who is 5 feet within 5 feet of them.
Yes. Oh damn. That's okay. We're gonna add. Actually, no. I'm gonna use lucky on that one. That was bad.
Not a good
one. Very
one.
bad. That was even a D4 wouldn't even save that. Oh fuck, that's worse.
Oh no.
Okay.
As you see as Voxy is too close to the Red Sister, you're sitting there trying to aim your crossbow, and as you watch, the Red Sister counters back behind Voxy, essentially putting them in harm's way. Anything else you'd like to do?
Can I hide behind this couch here?
Sure, yeah.
Can that be does that, I don't know if they seem to be able to fire arrows very accurately, so that's
yes, they absolutely can. Go ahead and give me a hide check here. Just gonna give me a stealth check. It is going to be a DC of, I believe is, we'll just call it 15.
15?
Yeah. Just because you just fired a round at them.
True. Fuck, I got 14.
Oof. Can you apply your 1d4 to that?
Can I? Can
That's
I?
an ability check?
Can I? Yay! Huzzah!
All right, as you duck back behind the couch, taking full cover, you are now out of visible range of the Red Sister. All right, you watch as she is going to, on her turn now, she is going to turn and attempt to run. Voxy, you get an attack of opportunity here. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Yes. Well,
You're going to be using your short sword.
I could. Give me one second, because I was not expecting this.
Okay.
But let me see if this is something I can do. Okay. Because I have reactive spell, when a target provokes an opportunity attack from me, I can take a reaction to cast a spell instead of opportunity attack.
Hell yes.
So I'm
what
going
spell are
to
you casting?
try Ensnaring Strike.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
So I'm going to cast that. Let me see. Did that work? Strength. Okay. I think I roll a.
I think she's got to roll a
Yes,
strength.
Yeah,
it's a
you
strength
roll.
saving throw.
Yes.
On a failed save, the target has the restrained condition until the spell ends. All right,
Yes.
cool. Let me go ahead and pull that up. All right. What did they have to beat?
13.
13. They beat it with a 14, unfortunately.
Shit! Ah, man.
So you
Or
watch
did
as
it-
the spell begins to sort of shrivel away as these vines branch out from your hands and attempt to wrap around. You watch as she takes her own dagger, cutting across the blades, across the vines, and takes off running. As she is sprinting, she is going to God, close. Let's see. She's gonna run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she's gonna go through this door and vanish on this side over here.
Damn it, girl.
All right, and as she goes sprinting through there, it's now the guard's turn. You watch as Landros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out to here. Sonia does the same, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. And as they go running up, you see as Landros say, he goes, "What's going on?" as he points at you all.
Where'd she go?
Sisters, get them.
Red Sisters,
Where did she go?
gods above. And you watch as Sonia points and says, "She went that way," and points towards the door near the fireplace. All right, Roby is hiding. It's gonna be Saga. It's your turn.
Good.
Okay, let's try this again. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not lock this door, huh? When I get to this spot right here, do I see a woman?
I can tell you exactly what happens, actually. So as you go through that door, you suddenly watch as appearing in front of you, as you kick through the door, I mean, you see a woman in red appear, and she is holding her gut. And using her bonus action from her last turn, you watch as she vanishes in front of your eyes.
Oh, of course.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to attempt to do?
Let me really quick.
If you think that you have something that might be able to snag her before she plane shifts, I will let you try something.
Yes, I would like to try to cast something.
All right.
Can I say it? Okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna cast. I don't know how to. I've never said this out loud in my life. Auto Luke? Question mark. Resilient. I think.
Say it again. You cut out for me.
Okay. No, I don't want to do this though. Never mind. I hyped it up and I'm not going to do it. I looked at it and it's a dex saving throw. And I thought maybe these assassins might have good dex.
You're absolutely right. They do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to try hold person again.
All right. Go ahead. Give me I'm going to do a wisdom save. They got to beat what? 16? 16. Here's exactly what happens. You watch as you kick open the door, and as you do so, you hold up your hand to cast Hold Person. What does it look like as you cast Hold Person?
I think it looks like drawing up like kind of like chain kind of things, and then whipping them around. You whipping these chains out from almost behind you. They arc out in this bright yellow light, and as they attempt to wrap themselves around the Red Sister, she pushes, and you watch as her form flickers, and then you watch as the chains wrap around her body, and she gets locked in place as she attempts to plane shift, being unable to move. All right, Saga. You have successfully trapped the Red Sister here in front of you. Anything else you'd like to do? Yeah, I want to get out of the way. So I'm just gonna skirt around, so someone more capable can come through that door and take care of the rest.
Hell yes! All right, on her turn, she is going to attempt another wisdom saving throw. Just so you know, Voxy, you're up next. Xeris, you're on deck.
I have questions. How long does this hold person last?
Hold person lasts for up to a minute. It's also concentration based.
It's concentration based, but she is incapacitated and unable to move or speak.
Okay.
As long as she keeps failing.
Just want to make sure that I am doing what the group wants to do and not going, vigilante, because that's not me. Would
non-lethal be wise? Probably.
I'm wondering, are we trying to talk to her, or are we trying to kill her? Are we trying to find out where Oliver is, or do we want to kill her?
You don't know, Voxy. You don't know. You weren't there.
That's true, Voxy. You have no idea where Oliver is.
You have no idea.
You're right.
Yeah, you have no idea where Oliver is.
Oh no.
I had the thought after I murdered that last one. I had the thought that I should have left him, incapacitated. But
okay. Well, thinking like Voxy, unfortunately, I'm gonna go lethal as fuck.
Yeah.
All right, heard. So yeah, I'm just going up. I'm gonna walk as slowly as the spell kind of allows.
Within 6 seconds.
Within 6 seconds, exactly. And she's an elf. She can get there very fast.
Sure.
Very much going to do a slow, I imagine her doing the two-hand. I don't even know if my short swords are two-handed, but in my head, she's just ripping across this girl's throat.
All right. Go ahead and you get an advantage on your attack here, for sure.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question, Jordan, real fast.
Yeah.
The spell that held Sarah in front of us. What was that?
That was not a spell. It was a paralytic.
Okay. That's right. Okay.
It was a spider venom that was used. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. I remember now. Okay.
All right. I'm going to do... I got 14 plus 4 is an 18.
18's going to hit for sure. Go ahead and give me damage.
Amazing. All right. Roll for damage. What's that one? And then I get 1 extra d6. So 14 damage.
All right, is that
14
including?
damage.
All right, 14.
Yeah, that includes the extra damage. And then you know what?
Yeah, well, that was your
Just
first attack.
because I fucking hate this bitch, I'm adding 2d6 psychic damage because of Dread
Ooh.
Ambusher.
All right, give me that.
That's 9 points of psychic damage.
All right. Anything else
And
you'd
now
like to do?
second attack.
Sure.
Do I get advantage on the second attack too?
I'll allow it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, all attacks. Jordan, I do also have to say something.
Yeah.
I believe with the paralyzed condition, that any attack within 5 feet is an automatic critical hit.
She is not paralyzed.
That's what it says.
Oh, yes,
my
you're absolutely
thing,
right. It does.
Is
It
that
does.
she has the paralyzed condition.
All right. I'm not gonna have you roll anything, Voxy.
All right.
You've totally fucking killed her. And as you are Anakin Count Dookuing, kind of cutting across, and you watch as the head pops off and collapses down onto the ground. And as the head rolls away in the ground itself, we are now out of combat.
Whew.
Okay, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
Lot of what?
Are we still poisoned? Were we poisoned, Jordan? What was?
You were. The poison condition is the technically you would have had disadvantage on stuff. We're gonna ignore that for now. So you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately go search the bodies.
Okay.
Guys, what the fuck was that? I wake up and all of a sudden we're being attacked. Like
they took
what
Oliver.
the hell happened?
They took Oliver.
What do you mean they took Oliver?
I mean they fucking took Oliver. You must have slept through that part.
Wait, hold on. How did they take him? Like they walked out and we just stayed.
No,
Where
they
did
just
they take him?
disappeared.
Disappeared? Like ghosts disappeared? Like what do you mean disappeared?
You watch as Landros and Sonia come running in. In addition to them, you also see Slate, Lilith, and Baldrum and Gideon, the other 4 Fellguard folk, come all crowding into the space, following up with Roby. You watch as they all look around, and Landros turns to Sonia and says, "We need to check the building." All right, everyone spread out, secure rooms. And you watch as the guards all sort of move away from you all, and Roby comes walking up, and you see as he looks down at the head on the ground, and looks up at the rest of you.
Roby, you probably shouldn't be in here.
Are you okay?
Hey, Xeris, I've seen death before, my friend.
I know, buddy. I don't.
Is that all of them? I only saw the 2.
As far as we know.
We only
Okay.
saw 2.
I'm gonna turn directly towards Saga and walk up and say, "I can tell that you know something. What do you know?"
The Red Sisters. I mean, the assassins who can phase between the ethereal plane and ours. If they have Oliver in the ethereal plane, it is going to be very difficult to find him.
In the ethereal plane?
So you've encountered them before.
No, I've only heard of them before.
How does one get to the ethereal plane?
Saga, give me an intelligence check.
Okay, not
I'll allow history, or I will allow Arcana.
Arcana, please. That is a natural 20 for a 27.
Nice. You know that the Red Sisters are given their name because they take their armor sets as well as their cloaks and stuff that they have, and they will basically enchant them with certain abilities. In this case, the cloaks that they make is made out of phase spider hide. Phase spiders have an innate natural ability to plane shift between the ethereal plane and this one.
I convey this information.
Sure.
Okay. So
Do
Does that mean if we took the cloaks off these people's dead bodies that you would get
You
that
would need
item?
to first spend time becoming attuned to them. Learning
Sure,
how
but we
they
could-
work. You could potentially
But,
use them
like-
to your advantage. Absolutely.
Okay.
is it possible
Ooh.
to have like an 80s
Script.
montage where you put them on and then, you know, over the course of weeks, but in a few seconds,
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
stronger?
Sure, Voxy, if
And-
you want to spend weeks learning how to use these, we'll just kill Oliver, and that'll be totally fine.
It's not my PC.
I'm
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
she would respond really well to that as well.
Oh yeah, she's handling everything very well these days. So
Do we would
yeah.
we know anyone that could have more information on the ethereal plane? Would
So
we
the
have
ethereal
any
plane
access
is
to-
it's kind of something that's like a little bit newer. The planes of existence have been kind of theorized in this world,
Okay.
but not like visited that often. Even like the higher level mages and stuff don't have this innate ability to travel between the planes. That's why it's such a big deal that you were able to have the jaunt gates be active, Saga. So knowing people who have the ability to shift between this plane and the waveless sea, also known as the ethereal plane, that is a big deal. And so it will take some time to learn how these cloaks work.
But this is the same concept as the gauntlets, but they're just doing it as the person. It's like the same the technology that they were. Here, wait. Let me say
No,
this in
it is
character.
not. It's not technologically based. It is a creature has an innate ability to do it. They've taken the hide of that creature and are using it as almost a bastardized version of it.
Gotcha.
Oh. Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Is this in any way related to the creatures that escaped from that portal, Saga?
I don't think so. I mean, it seems like they were coming directly for you. It seems like someone put a bounty out on you three.
I'm
Ooh.
gonna get up real close to Saga, and I'm gonna say,
I'm just like up on the banister, like,
don't you think it's a little interesting, little convenient that the night you show up, someone breaks in and kidnaps Oliver, and here you are, your guard's dead, out. They don't hurt you at all. That's a little convenient, don't you think?
Could I tell, Jordan? Could I tell
Actually,
that they?
extremely not convenient. Oliver was the nicest one to me. It actually works extremely against me in my favor on this part. But no, I don't have anything to do with these assassins. It seems like they have a vendetta against the Fellguard. They would have found you regardless if I was here.
Well, I guess we'll never know, will we?
Foxy, they weren't going for Roby either.
No one ever does go for Roby.
Hey, that's not true. Plenty of people try to kill me.
I know, buddy.
Shit,
I know,
my
I know.
mailman back in Trade Town tried to kill me.
Okay, so if these assassins were hired, who hired them?
I think he was a bugbear, but he didn't.
Oh, I love Roby with everything. You're right, buddy. You're right, buddy. Okay, it's time for you to go to bed, Roby. Go to bed, Roby. Thank you.
Well, I can't sleep after that. Not with Oliver being gone.
I know, buddy. Me neither.
Jordan.
Yes.
Is there... I don't know if I'd have to make a check for this, but would I know if it's like in character or seems wildly like out of character for the Arcane Alliance to have hired these assassins on these three?
Oh, I won't make you roll a check for this. This is 100% in line with the Arcane Alliance. They have money.
Cool.
They if you can get in contact with the Red Sisters will do basically any job. If it's money related, they've toppled kings in the past just because somebody was willing to pay an obscene amount of money. It is one of those things where once they like start a job, they will attempt to see it through as much as they can until they are killed.
Okay, I convey this information nervously.
I rest my case. You show up, we let you in, and then all of a sudden,
Okay.
the Arcane Alliance sends people in. I'm just saying, it's a little fucking convenient, don't you think?
Yes. Doxy, we have to consider all options here. Why would Saga be sharing this information with us? Why would Saga still be here? Because for all we know, like we could just very easily behead her.
I don't like
Which, by the way, that was very much something I would do, and it's weirding me out a little bit. But we'll get back to that.
Well, you know what? Roby, please stop crying. It's fine. We're gonna
I'm just
get
really
all-
scared, okay? There could be more of those ladies hiding in the ceilings or something.
I just could hear you in the background crying, Roby. Roby,
I'm just nervous is all.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's funny. You know what? We could just behead her right here, right now. I put my hand on the hilt of my sword.
I'm gonna put my hand on your hand. Listen.
How do we know?
We don't. And that's something we're gonna have to be okay with until we figure this out.
Hey guys,
How do you know she? What, Roby?
what do you think this is? You watch as he, crouching over the body on the ground, pulls up what looks to be like almost like an index card. And you watch as he hands it over to you, Xeris, who is currently not holding a weapon. If you want to go take a look at roll 20 real fast.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
Sudoku.
Puzzles.
He goes,
Oh.
the hell is this?
Would I have any idea? Should I?
I mean, give me a history check.
I ain't very smart.
Roby, when'd you get here?
I got an 8.
It seems like a code.
I also want to check it out. Do I also need to do a history check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Jordan, can I also?
I got a 12.
Okay, it seems like a code.
Damn it! That's not better than an 8. How is a 12 not better than an 8?
It
Hey,
kind of depends on
what
where
if-
the DC is.
Sorry, what
Fair
was this
enough.
roll?
History?
What if I hit you with the 13?
Looks
like
like
a
a code.
God damn it!
Was this only was this only on one of the bodies? Can we check the other bodies and see if they have another
Yeah.
similar?
Sure, yeah. Give me an investigation.
This is the key to to the code.
Looks like a code.
Yeah.
I've got a +3
Do you
to
still-
investigation. What do you have?
Yeah.
Do you still have the D4 you can add?
Can
Yeah.
we still... Okay.
Yeah, it lasts for
Okay,
10
I'll
minutes
add
as
it.
long. I imagine this is still within 10
Yeah.
minutes of that.
Voxy, you want to add a D4 to it?
Yeah, if I add a D4, is it not just a code anymore to my history
Roll a
check, or
D4,
do I
see
need
what
to
you
do?
get.
And well, it's investigation.
Well,
Am I doing the
she's making a history check, or she's adding the D4 to her 12 to see what happens.
Has a 15.
Okay.
Looks like a code.
Yeah.
It looks like a code, but you note something about the code.
Okay.
There are 26 of those dots that are in the center.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Xeris, what was your investigation check?
It was not great.
Okay.
So if anyone else wants to, it was
What'd you roll?
literally I used a D4. I have -2. I -2, and I got 2.
Oof. Yeah.
All right,
I mean-
I'll investigate.
It
Okay.
looks like a code.
Looks like a code. It's like when you
All
try to
right,
click through a bunch of dialogue on a on an NPC, and it's just like, it looks like a code. It looks like a code.
So poorly.
I got a 16.
Okay, 16 with the investigation check. You find a similar note, one that looks almost exactly the same on this one, but you also find a sketch that has characters on it who look incredibly similar to Xeris, Voxy, and Oliver.
God damn it. Okay.
You also do not find anything else on their person.
Guys, I fear that I know how to solve this code, but it's gonna take me a fucking while.
What are you thinking, Saga?
Okay, so if the dots in the middle are all 26, then that's letters. And if it would be like, I don't know how to like audibly explain this. So like it would be like their positions correspond to like what letter they are in the alphabet. So when you go through the lines around like the border, then like the first one would be like a
Uh-huh.
like you could go from there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh my god. But there's also the lines though, because it's not just the dots, it's also the lines.
Yeah, but that's how you know what position it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It just clicked.
Because you do the
It just clicked.
It's where the line is.
I need to print this out right now. I know how to do it. I can do this.
Yeah, like I know how to do it, but it's gonna take me like too long.
Can we pause stream for 5 minutes?
can we pause
so we all
stream?
figure out this
5
code?
minutes. That's so.
Saga.
That's so.
Saga, I'm going to give you heroic inspiration for figuring that out, first and foremost.
Yeah!
Everybody else,
I was
if
so
you-
ready.
If you want to solve this cipher, I'm okay if like one person wants to be the one to do it while we continue role playing. Something to know about this, if you're looking at it, all of the like symbols that you see here are technically facing up the correct way. So if you're going left to right on the top, when you're going down, it's still each symbol is facing up. And then as you go,
Oh, you don't have to like rotate the index card. It just is the right way.
Correct. The bottom one is from right to left, still facing up, and the left side is still facing up, but you're going from bottom to the top. Does that make sense? The symbols
Yes.
are all facing the correct orientation currently. You just have to go and loop around it.
And which does it go clockwise or counterclockwise?
It goes left to right, starting at the big dot at the top left corner.
Okay.
Who would like to be the one to start solving this cipher while we do some other stuff?
I'm
just
happy to.
I just don't think Xeris is the one to do it. But I want to do it just for funsies.
I mean, if you want to do it, Wes, then do it.
Yeah, that's
Go
totally
for
fine,
it.
Wes. If you
Yeah.
want to be the one to do it because
Okay.
you're having a fun time with it.
If I like explain it out loud, then maybe Xerus gets excited and it's like, I want to solve the puzzle, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
moment
literally.
you said you're like
Hey,
alphabet,
Pat, I want to
like,
solve the
everything
puzzle.
Yeah. I mean, I knew 26 was going to be alphabet. It took me a second to figure out the cipher part of it, but
Yeah,
that's a very clever cipher,
screenshot
Jordan.
it.
It's all right. I stole it from somewhere else. I did not create it, but
I
it's pretty
like
cool.
Thempai is totally on it with this is the fucking Zodiac killer moment. Like absolutely.
All right, folks.
I
So,
know.
Saga and Voxy, you watch as Voxy.
Oh my god, we have
lowers
Chewbacca in the
blades.
chat
Oh, we
solving
got-
alongside us.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, the
All right,
DM
so-
wife is on it.
She didn't
Oh,
even see what
man.
this spelled earlier. No, you don't have to turn it, Victor. It is already, all the symbols are facing the correct orientation. You just go from starting at the dot and going along, looping all the way around clockwise back to the dot.
Amazing.
All right, Voxy, you lower your blade from Saga, giving you a moment to chat. I see. Return the slab. I see. Return the slab. Return the slab. I understand the joke now. Don't dead open inside.
Thank you. Okay, wait. So back in. I gotta.
You
We're back
watch
in.
as Roby comes back after kind of wandering off. And he goes, hey, Voxy, why was your window open? We were doing sweeps of the house and we went and checked your room and your window's wide open.
It was hot. I like a nice breeze while I'm sleeping. What's wrong with that?
Just curious is all. I was wondering
Wait,
if maybe
you don't
that's how...
you don't sleep with your window open? Who doesn't
Thought-
sleep with their window open?
I thought that was maybe how the assassins maybe found their way in or something, but...
No, how they didn't come through my room. They came through somewhere else. I would have noticed if a bunch of assassins came through my room. I wouldn't have just like woken up and then come out into the middle of a fight if they had come through my room. Don't you think I would have started like fighting first? Roby, come on.
I'm sorry, but would you have noticed? You didn't notice when I was pounding on your door earlier.
I did. I was ignoring you.
Okay. that
Why?
sounds about right.
Why were you pounding on my door?
Me and Oliver just wanted to chat with you. Oliver said something about, I don't know, wanted to apologize or something, but I guess you won't get a chance to.
Don't say that, Roby. We're gonna find him. Like
Okay.
it's not like we're not gonna find him.
Mr. Saltson, do you know perhaps where they would have taken Roby? Or not Roby, Oliver? I'm Roby.
Nice to meet
I don't think
you.
we've actually met. Hi,
Roby.
I'm Roby. He holds out his hand.
Hi, Roby. I'm Saga.
Do you prefer Saga or Mr. Saltson? I was taught to
I think
always use
we-
my manners ever since Callan yelled at me for spitting on the floor.
well,
Saga is fine.
Saga it is.
That's fine. I don't think I would know, huh?
No, you don't. It is very rare that you get a chance to speak to anybody in the Red Sisters,
Yeah.
or even the people who would be like buying them out, basically. So yeah.
I'm sorry. I truly have no idea.
It's all right. Guess that's fine. Are you up for helping us find him?
Yes. I think that would be yes, I will help find your friend.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to keep over with the guards. We're checking outside now, and, Storm's making things a little tough. And you watch as he steps over the body and goes downstairs. It's at this point, Calland comes into the, lobby area downstairs. You hear him talk to Roby, kind of get the lowdown about what's happening. Voxy, what are you doing?
There's nothing else on the bodies. Is that correct?
No,
Or is there
no. Besides the weapons that they have, they are not carrying anything else.
And those cool capes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm collecting the capes and their weapons and stuff. But keeping an eye on Saga the whole time.
Okay.
Are we how alone are Voxy and I? Are we
right now? You see, as Xerus has gone over towards the library area, and he is sitting down to try to work out the cipher. Right now, it's just you, and we'll assume that you guys are up on the top floor. He's down on the bottom floor, near a desk. So Voxy, you and Saga are pretty much alone at this point.
So, is there anything I can do to prove that I'm not secretly trying to kill you all in the most convoluted way possible, or
You could tell us how to get to the ethereal plane and kill the Red Sisters.
I simply don't know how to do that. I was a part of a project to open a portal to a plane of existence in general, and that dramatically failed. I think having the cloaks is a good way to start. I think hopefully the cipher says something useful. Otherwise, I don't know, but I will help however I can.
Voxy walks up closer, very, very close to Saga, right in their face, and says, "You could tell me how to take down the Arcane Alliance."
Really like being up in my personal space, don't you? And I take a step back. And I say, Foxy, if I knew how to take down the Arcane Alliance, I wouldn't be here. I'd have done it.
You would have taken down the Arcane Alliance?
I think our definitions of takedown are very different. I would have simply put a stop to what they're doing. Maybe shuffled around some leadership. Some
restructuring, yeah. That's not.
Have you all not have terrible problems with leadership in the past, or am I remembering some other guild?
No, that's fine, but the Fellguard isn't in need of being taken down. The Arcane Alliance is. And we're not talking about the Fellguard right now. I asked you if you want to prove that you can be trusted, you can tell me how to take down the Arcane Alliance.
I simply don't have the answer to that question, and I also suspect that you are asking me to tell you how to kill like a lot of people. And I need you to know that most of those people are just doing a job.
Saga, give me either an insight check or a perception check. Your choice.
Okay.
Jordan, you said it's left to. Sorry, I got to one side and it's literally a string of letters that doesn't make any sense. So I think I wrote it the wrong way. So I was just
Possibly.
I had a sentence and then it just all fell apart. So did you say it's always left to right?
Yes.
And it's always the perspective that we're staring at it.
So it's not always left to right, but you will
Okay.
You're always going to go clockwise. I'll say that.
Clockwise okay. So I am doing it right. Maybe. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
It's always going to be read clockwise.
This is what Xeris would do. So
sitting up.
Xeris ain't the smartest tool in the box.
And I hope I didn't mess it up dramatically, but I double checked it earlier before I started this, so it should be good.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Continue.
Saga, either a perception check or a insight check. Your call.
I did an insight.
Okay.
And I got a 26.
Okay. With a 26, you saw every time Voxy mentions the Arcane Alliance, there is a deep-seated fury and anger that is there. And you look at her face and can see that there is blood on her from the attack that's fresh. And there's a little bit of dried blood on her cheek. It looks like it was there before the fight took place.
I think okay. So Saga just said, what did you just say? Something about like I'm asking you to tell me how to kill thousands of people.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And I said most people are just doing a job.
Well, I can't equate that to something IRL. That is the first thing that comes to mind because that's not real, or this isn't real.
Remember, we're playing a fantasy game here.
We're playing a fantasy game. I understand that, but you aren't exactly in a position to get to tell me what I should or shouldn't do or question my motives. You're in my house. You understand that? You're in my house. So if you want to prove that you get to be here in one piece, then you can start answering questions. Because unlike the others, I don't trust you. You haven't given me a reason to. And until you do, I'm going to keep a very, very close eye on you. Do you understand?
It's remarkable how immediately obsessed with me you are.
It's at this point you watch Dolomir,
It's
the
really good.
captain of the guard here. Dolomir Darkstone walks up and he says, "Excuse me, Miss Rain. Thought we could have a word." He gestures towards the staircase.
All right. Where's Xeris?
He is still down in the library.
So the option, go with Dolomir and leave Saga alone?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can't be left alone, so come with us. Is that all right, Dolomir?
He looks at you and goes, if you're comfortable with that, I suppose. It's a bit of a private matter, though.
If you want me to go sit next to Xeris, I can go sit next to Xeris.
Fine, go sit with Xeris. Xeris! Xeris!
Yeah.
Watch the little one, will you? I don't know.
Man, what is with everyone sounding like me today?
All right, Foxy, you
Go.
walk over to the kind of lounge area,
Mm-hmm.
and you see as Landros is kind of walking through the hall, and he goes, and Dolomir leads you into this space. You watch as Dolomir gives a nod to Landros, and Landros walks out. Dolomir turns to face you, and he says, So earlier, I mentioned the issues that we've been having with the doors and the windows.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you intently.
Mm-hmm.
Your window was left open.
Yeah, I intentionally opened my window to
He
have.
takes a step towards you and goes, and Gideon saw you leave.
What is out of game?
Yeah.
What is this person? What is their rank versus mine?
So they are basically guards. They're Dolomir Darkstone is captain of the guard here. Is that who you're referring to?
Yes, the person I'm
is-
speaking with.
Yeah. He's an orc. He is the captain of the guard here. He was appointed by the Shattered Helm Paladins to help out.
And compared to the captain of the guards, we are still champions. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
So we're still quite a bit above. Is that
yeah,
correct?
absolutely.
Yeah, okay. All right. So just checking. And the same with Gideon. Gideon, this person who said he saw me.
So Gideon, Lilith, Slate, and Baldrum, they are all the Fellguard guards. And then Aelin and Fletcher, both of whom have died, were part of the Shattered Helm Paladins. Landros and Sonia are the only others that are alive from the Shattered Helm.
Those were the two guarding Saga's room, correct?
Yes, Aelin and Fletcher were guarding the room. They were both killed. Dolomir, who is kind of captain between both of them, is the one speaking to you currently.
Yes. So Dolomir says to me that Gideon saw me leave. Uh-huh. Okay. Captain. And what reason do you think a champion might have for leaving in the middle of the night out a window?
Well, there's plenty of reasons. I also know that there's been plenty of folk who've been killed along the route here. He looks to where Landros was, and he looks towards the door that you both came through, and he goes, I just want you to know that I support you 100%. Those fuckers need worse than what they got.
Mm-hmm.
We got your back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that maybe we should just replace the locks and we should be good to go. And you watch as Sonia and Landros both walk around the corner again. And he sort of gives you a nod.
Uh-huh. I'm going to grab his arm and pull him back closer.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. You may think you know what's going on, but it is none of your fucking business. And you better keep your nose out of where it doesn't belong before someone chops it off. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be all. Thank you, Captain.
Of course. You watch as he gives you a nod, and you see as he looks over at Landros and Sonia, and he sends them away, leaving you alone there for a moment.
I want to call after him and be like, let's keep an eye out for that ghost, all right? Any more chains in the hallway? Let's keep an eye out for that. Oh, a haunted manor. Who would have thought?
We're going to cut now over to the library. Xeris, how's it going?
I got something.
Okay. What do you have so far?
What I have so far is a little bit broken, which is why I was trying to redo it. But I have Return to White Tree, and then the next word, it doesn't make sense unless I have it broken. It's not broken apart correctly, and it's Sinfo. And then the bottom said Rest of Silence, F. And then the left side says, or pay me, NT.
Or payment. Or payment.
Yes,
That's
let's
it.
see if
Or
let's see if
payment.
let's see if maybe
Or
we can crack
payment.
this code.
Okay, there we go. I'm looking
Okay,
at it
so
too few or too. Okay,
Return to
there's-
white.
There's no spaces, so you have to sort of figure out where those are.
Return to White
No,
Tree.
I figured I knew that.
Return to white trees
Z-
in Forest of Silence for payment.
Okay,
Yes,
so I did
that
have
is correct.
Yeah.
Just-
All right.
Good job, Wes.
Da 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 da
assumed
da
each
da
line-
da da da.
I assumed each line was not broke. I didn't assume that words weren't broken between the top, middle, and that was my fault. Was
all right.
assuming that was.
You got all of it. All right. So, the code
Nice.
says return to white trees in Forest of Silence for payment.
For payment.
Does this?
White trees in
Do we know?
Forest-
Do I know where this is? Do I know what the?
Would you like to give me a
Forest-
history check?
I will, and it won't be great. Here we go. 11.
11. So with an 11,
There's a code.
there's plenty of places that it is a code. There's plenty of
It
places
is a
it
code.
could be. The Forest of Silence, though, does seem like it might be kind of walking around the word that it's actually called.
Okay. Saga, are you familiar with the Forest of Silence?
Hey,
Aren't you
Jordan,
aren't you sitting next to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saga's sitting next to me. Okay.
do I need to roll for that?
Sure. Give me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
But I'm bad at that.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
You're
a
not
14.
really smart.
Yeah, I think our smartest party member just got kidnapped. Jordan, you have to be
Yeah.
nice, Jordan.
And
Jordan.
now he gives us a code.
It is very funny. I do think
What'd you
that's a
roll,
nice-
Saga?
I rolled a 14.
14. Okay.
If
It
they
feels
don't-
like it feels like the words that you grabbed. Forest of Silence. Like I said, it sounds like it's trying to kind of walk around what it actually is called. You
The
do
Whispering
know
Wilds! The
You
Whispering
do know
Wilds!
that there
It's
is
the
a
Whispering
forest called the
Wilds! Of
Whispering
course! Of
Wilds.
course! I understand! I had to look at the map, Jordan! I looked at the map. Aren't you proud of me?
I
looked
am
at your
proud
map.
of you. You're doing great.
Okay.
With the 14 history check, knowing that it's the Whispering Wilds, I'll also give you this. The white trees are not referring to a specific forest or a part of the forest with trees.
Mhm.
What it's referring to is a location that is known as Sorrow Spine Dell. This is a place where the Arcane Alliance that you were aware of has set up a kind of like base camp.
Oh!
And the
Okay.
Sorrow Spine Dell is not the name of the location, it's the name of the green dragon that died here. And its bones fill the glade.
Okay. I say this out loud.
I don't know why I wait to hear that because I just assume that that's what we're always.
I mean, there's no point.
Yeah.
No,
I know.
and reiterating
I'm just
it.
gonna say it in a less cool way than Jordan.
Yeah. But for some
Yeah,
reason,
for
I
real.
always wait for the person to say, I say this out loud. Like,
I convey
we
this
don't need to do that. We can just assume that that's where
Yeah.
sharing all this.
All right.
Unless, I mean, I guess there's
Now that you know
Sorry.
this
Secret.
information,
secrets.
you go over to a map that's in the library and you point out the Whispering Wilds, and you, Saga, point on the map exactly where you remember the Sorrow Spine Dell being. And as you point at that, you look over at Xeris and Voxy, and you both now know a location where the Red Sisters were traveling. And
Voxy's in the
potentially-
room? That was
Well, I
just-
guess.
Yeah, I came back.
Yeah, Voxy came back.
I
at this
came
point.
back. I came back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You all three now know where potentially the Red Sisters are returning to, where the Arcane Alliance an Arcane Alliance camp is, and where Oliver might be. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break. All right, it is 8:38 right now. We will be back here in about 5 minutes. So please stick with us as we head into potty time.
What?
No, try again.
Hello?
No, that's
We're
it.
gonna
I'll
edit
see
it.
every single
Right
person
now.
watching in my bathroom. Bye.
immediately.
welcome back. I just realized there's no music playing. We'll get something going. There we go. Welcome.
I'm sorry.
So, last we left off. Last we left off, our heroes had just defeated some legendary assassins known as the Red Sisters and discovered that they were carrying a cipher. The cipher told them that they were going to return to the, quote, Forest of Silence, which was deduced to being the Whispering Wilds. And Saga mentioned that they had seen a camp through the Arcane Alliance over in a place called Sorrow Spine Dell, a location that is kind of like a campsite hideout that is built into the bones of a dead dragon named Sorrow Spine. So we return to our heroes Zira, Saga, and Voxy in the library of Feist Manor. And what do we do?
All right. So we have to go to the Whispering Wilds. All right. Well, what are we waiting for?
We need to rest because we're practically half dead. I think we should.
Okay.
I mean, this might be Oliver speaking, but we should assess the situation, figure out what we're going into. Saga, any information you have about this camp, we need to know. And I say we get some sleep and start fresh in the morning. It's the middle of the night, right?
What have you done with Xeris?
It is nearly 4 a.m. right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the middle of the night.
We rest until sunrise, and then we go at sunrise. That's fine.
Okay.
Just out of game. Is that a reasonable amount of time to be able to sleep?
That's enough for a short rest. Our elves in the room will get the benefits of a long rest because it is the 4-hour limit there.
Well, I will.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm fine.
I will
I don't need
too.
to
I'm
rest.
also
Oh, yeah.
elf.
Yeah.
You're a tiefling, is that right?
Yeah.
That's close enough.
Not quite.
Yeah, friend, that's close enough.
Yeah.
What do you think, gang? Is that close enough?
You know.
So
You don't want to go to bed. We
yeah,
don't
leave your
wanna.
comments in the chat if you think tieflings might as well just be elves.
It's the same thing.
Always with the resting with these guys.
All right. Well, how long, Xeris, do you need to rest?
That bite just shouts from the rooftop. Tieflings are hot and different. That by using their mod powers for a very specific purpose, which is to get the word out about how hot and different tieflings are.
Not just different, but they're hot.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
I like the.
Okay.
I know
look at-
that this was probably. I'm sorry. I know that this was probably a typo, but the idea that they hail a tail rather than have a tail, they hail a tail. I love that idea. Thank you.
Okay. If we look at the situation, if they were going to kill Oliver, they would have killed him. They took him alive for a reason. So I think, presumably, he's safe for now. Therefore, I think if we, assess where we're going, figure it out, and sleep, we start fresh in the morning.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, fine. We're just gonna hope that Oliver's still alive in the morning. Fine. Sure. Let's just hope. Base our friend's life on hope.
I'm gonna grab Voxy and still within the same room, just kind of move her aside in earshot of Saga. I don't care about being silent. Voxy, calm down. Take a breath. Go to your room and sleep. You need to rest. You're losing it. You've gone off on... I heard you yelling downstairs. I don't even know what's happening with you right now. So please, just take a breather, go sleep, and we'll go over the plan in the morning.
Fine. But if all of... You know what? Never mind. Good night. But we're leaving first. We're leaving tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Boxy
What do we do
storms
about
out.
this one? And I point to Saga.
What we do is irrelevant right now. You need to get some rest.
I'm gonna get some rest, but are we just going to let them? They had guards that are now dead. They've killed their guards. What do we
I
do
didn't
now?
kill my guards, and you know that.
Okay, their guards are now dead. So are we
Foxy,
just
take a
going to leave?
walk. Get out of here. Go. We're getting nowhere right now.
I was just asked.
I
Fine.
understand. Listen, I understand. Saga has had multiple opportunities to kill both of us and has not taken it. I know how I sound right now because you're probably thinking that doesn't sound like something Xerus would say when Xerus is normally the one that should be not trusting. And I don't trust her completely either. Trust me on this. But right now we don't have any other options. Oliver's in trouble. We're injured. We need to sleep. We need to make a plan.
You're right.
Okay?
You're right. Thank you.
We'll get other guards. I'll talk to them. It'll be fine. We'll put other people in front of Saga's room.
Okay. Thank you, Xerus. Good night. And I leave.
You exit the room. Maybe the door slams a little bit louder than you intended. And as you head
Actually,
towards
no,
it-
I think the door, I pull the door shut very slowly and pointedly.
Okay.
Very slowly. Yes.
You
Sorry
do
to
that.
sorry to disagree with you, but I just
That's
feel
fair.
it.
That's totally fine.
Huh.
As you walk past, you see his roby gives you like a yawn and a little wave. You head over towards your room. Xerus and Saga, you two are in the library. What's the plan?
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's...
I don't know what's... I mean, I guess I know what's wrong, but to this level, I've never seen before with Foxy. We're all still grieving. And I think Voxy's just acting out in a way that I've never seen before. I think she'll come around, though. You know what? No, I believe she will come around. There's no thinking about it. I'll talk to her when she cools off a little bit. But for what it's worth, we couldn't have survived that fight without you.
That's true. You couldn't have. But maybe it would help to ask your friend why she had blood on her face from before she came in with the assassins.
Yeah, I thought about that. I don't know what she's getting into. But I don't know. I just don't want to have to keep having to I don't know, calm her down, because that's just gonna make. We have to at least work as a team for a brief moment in order to get Oliver back. If we don't, it's not gonna work. So I guess any and all information you can give us about this camp, where we should infiltrate, how many people we can expect, if they do have any sort of prison or where they keep prisoners, that would be helpful. Anything at all.
I'll tell you everything I know.
Thank you. And hopefully it'll inch Voxy just a little bit closer to trusting you, because I know what it's like to not believe someone that is just trying to help you.
Thank you, Xeris.
And I would wager to say we've all been lied to a lot, at least the last several months.
With that, the two of you separate, heading back to your rooms. Saga, the bodies have been moved from in front of your door, but there's still a blood stain that's getting cleaned up. As everyone returns to their individual rooms, we're going to cut over to Voxy. Voxy, what are you up to?
Voxy has gone into her room, taken off her clothes, bloodied clothes. I don't know, is there laundry service in D&D, or does she just kind of wash it herself?
There would be some prestidigitation that could take place in order to clean them.
Prestidigitation.
There's also there's guards who are available to help out with that.
Oh no, Oliver was the one with prestidigitation.
You guys are gonna have stinky clothes for the rest of the day.
Oh no! All right,
it's something that can easily be taken care of here at the house.
Yeah, that's fine. She just starts taking it off, throws it over to the side, and looks in the little mirror that's in her room and starts wiping off the blood, cleaning off herself. And it feels like as much as she wipes off, it doubles. Every time she goes to wipe a spot, there's a new one, and it gets more and more and more. Not quite an out-damned spot moment, but starting to feel that way.
Yeah.
But it gets to be overwhelming, and Foxy just chucks the rag that she had at the mirror and goes and lays down on the bed with her eyes closed and just tries to take deep breaths and rest, like Xeris said, because she's very worried about Oliver. And she's trying, she knows, there's the little part of her brain knows that Xeris is right, but the rest of her brain is really fucking mad that Xeris is right.
Fair enough.
So she's just taking deep breaths right now.
You close your eyes and eventually you find yourself asleep. We're going to cut now over to Xeris' room. Xeris, you've grabbed your stuff, you've taken off your armor, finally laid down on your bed. At this point, you've been up for a while. Your exhaustion level has risen for sure. And being able to just actually lay down is so nice. What's going through your head right now?
What I was thinking was that because I've been not sleeping, and staying awake and stuff. But I feel like in this moment, I think the one thought that crosses his mind is Pepper would prioritize Oliver over themselves. And then I think that's the moment that allows him to kind of, he sits with it and then is able to actually fall asleep.
All right. As you drift off, the rain's still falling pretty heavily outside. We're going to cut over to Saga's room. Saga, what are you up to?
I think it's one of those things where, like, you have one of the most, like, frustrating, like, days of your life, and it felt like it never ended.
Yeah.
And then you finally, like, get, like, to decompress from it, and you don't even, like, know how to begin. Because elves have to meditate, right? And so you're like, how do you enter, like, a state of, like, trance right now? So I think there's a little, like the struggle of trying to stay perfectly calm and collected and rational to give these people no reason to distrust me or have ammunition against me is just, like, so exhausting.
Yeah. As you finally lay down or sitting in your chair, whichever is more comfortable for you, I think that you kind of reach back to your clerical training.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of reach out your consciousness, saying a small prayer to Eldath, what do you say? It's different than what you normally go through, your normal reciting of. You're almost this mantra. What do you say that's different?
I think I say, please just let us find this man.
You see a soft glow in your room, kind of behind your eyelids as your eyes are closed. And as you open them up, you don't see anyone in your room. But as your head turns towards the window, you can see that seated on the end of your bed is a 10-foot tall figure of glowing light. And a voice says, "I like them."
You do?
Very much. They're
Well,
crude and strange, but oh so interesting.
I guess interesting's a good word for it. Alex the human. I do want to help him. I like the tiefling. Seems nice. I think the elf's gonna hate me for a while. I don't think there's much I can do about that one.
It seems as if she has misplaced anger. And I think eventually she'll know what to do with it. But right now, I urge you not to take it to heart.
Doing my best.
You are doing amazing. You watch as the light in the window kind of fades and dissipates. And you are now alone in your room again.
It is much easier to drift off after that conversation.
You drift off to sleep, and the next couple of hours pass by. You get up the next morning. The storm has passed, but there's still kind of a little bit of drizzling that's taking place outside. As you walk downstairs, you can see Calland has made breakfast for everyone. And he comes walking up, limping with his cane. And when he spots everyone come downstairs, kind of staggered a bit, he says, "Now I've got eggs and bacon and the like in the dining hall if everyone would like to go grab what you like. Roby's already packed a cart out front, so whenever you need to grab your stuff, get what you need and you can load it on up. Mr. Saltson, I apologize. I don't know how you like your eggs."
I'm flexible. I'll eat whatever.
Good, because I made scrambled. And then he walks through the door, and you can see that he's laid out a lot of food. You watch as a couple of guards walk past with their own plates and give you all a nod. You pass by a couple other guards who had posted outside as well. Xeris, Foxy, Saga, you all go inside the dining hall, grab your food, sit down and eat. And after a nice breakfast, what's the plan?
How far do we have to travel? How long will it take us to get there?
So the distance between your location of Feist Hall would take you through Midshore, Hound Run, and out into the wilds itself. You're probably looking at... I don't know if I actually have a full-on, compass, or not a compass, a guide for the distance here. You're probably looking at, maybe 3 days or so travel.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 2 days if you kind of book it.
Okay. I say we hit the road as soon as possible, and then we can discuss strategy on the way there.
Way ahead of you. My bags are in. Let's go. Whenever you guys are ready, let's go.
Are we full on health? Are we counting that as a full?
Yes, that was it was for Saga and Voxy. Yes, they got the benefits of a long rest here. Xeris, however, you have taken a short rest equivalence. So you are going to just roll your hit die and see what you get back.
Oh, I thought we were doing the long rest part. I thought Voxy agreed to do a long rest.
Voxy and Saga can do a trance for 4 hours, whereas Xeris needs a full 8 to rest.
Which hit die?
So it is going to be for you. For everybody, it's different. For you, it is going to be.
Wes, if you hit on the character sheet short rest and hit
Yeah, that'll just do it for you.
It should roll some hit dice for you, I think.
Okay. Oh, it says 8d8 plus 2. Okay, take short rest.
And you don't have to roll all of them.
It didn't. It didn't apply it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to add the numbers yourself manually.
Can he sleep in the car and get some rest? Can he sleep in the car?
Oh, buddy, you're doing them all individually, huh?
I don't know what's happening.
What on earth is happening?
I clicked take short rest and it didn't do anything, and then I clicked something else and it did something. Okay. So I just need to. It's just an 8 d8s plus 2. That's a lot.
You can do it yourself. You can roll it up.
You don't have to spend all of them.
Yeah, you can spend as
You
many
don't
as
want
you like.
to, but
Okay.
whatever takes
Wait.
you to full.
Oh, so it's okay. I got it. I figured it out.
It's a thing that happens
took-
every short rest. Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You all grab your stuff and you head over, putting it into the cart while he rolls 8d8.
Wes, I didn't know, so it's fine. I'm learning too.
As you grab your stuff, you watch as Roby starts grabbing stuff and putting them up into the cart and says, if you guys are heading out, don't drive the horses too hard. I've been taking care of them. But I picked you the good ones that they work well together, so they'll do you fine. When you get over to Hound Run, you might want to stop for some provisions. You're gonna pass by Midshore today for sure, but Hound Run is it's a nice little town. They got some stuff there. And just be careful.
Thanks, Roby.
Out of game. Guys, can I invite Roby to come with us?
If you want to, I mean.
I don't know. He was so sad. I kind of want to invite him.
Were we gonna get Roby killed?
Oh, fuck. He's so squishy.
He's so
Tiny little
squishy.
baby.
Okay,
He
we
is a
don't
little
have
baby.
to. I was just gonna say, I really like Roby. I like spending time with him.
I know.
so
I
we,
think
we leave Roby at home.
here we.
He'll have talent.
His only
He'll have
Okay.
friends.
I'm not worried about him. I just want to hang out with him.
His only purpose would be cannon fodder, and I don't want to put Roby up to that.
God. His only purpose?
I mean, he could drive the car.
He would drive. He would drive trucks, and he would die immediately. That's cannon fodder. Yeah, that's.
All right. Okay, fine. So,
All right, what's the plan?
back in
Yeah.
game. Thank you, Roby. I appreciate everything you did for us.
What if, Jordan, I have a pitch.
Uh-huh.
What if we took the armor off one of the women, right?
I can take it.
And we put it on Roby, and now Roby has armor, and then we give him a weapon, and now Roby has a weapon, and now Roby maybe can't fight, but looks like he could.
It's your call. Do you want to invite him or not?
I don't know. I'm just pitching.
If we brought him, I would very much give him the armor and a weapon.
Okay.
For
good
sure.
Good to know.
But
Listen,
If
it's
everybody-
happening?
It's your call.
I know.
I'm not gonna make a choice here.
I'm not asking Jordan. I'm asking Jace.
Yeah, you don't have to
And
How
convince
are you
me by
still
anything.
rolling, Wes? Oh my god.
I was counting and I lost count, and then you guys keep talking. Leave me alone.
Just call it full and get on. Move on with it.
It's full. I'm full help. Leave me alone.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not the one discussing Roby's life.
I'm sorry. We just realized it was like 5 minutes.
He just seemed so sad
had-
as he was walking away. So I was like, guys, what if we just bring him with us? Like, maybe
What's the
we
plan?
just bring
What
him.
are we doing?
I
You gotta get
don't
on the
think we
road.
Bring Roby with
Okay,
us.
fine. We don't bring
Are
Roby.
we bringing?
So
Are we going alone? Is there anyone coming with us? Guards or anybody?
Just us 3? I mean, we're champions.
Yeah,
We
is
don't-
anyone coming with us?
I will say we do not have a tank because we do not have Oliver.
Fuck.
I'll say
Well,
this also: those guards are not tanks; they're guards.
No.
No, but
Oh.
we don't have a heavy or I don't know. This might be a stealth mission for sure, but
Yeah.
um,
Okay. All right. Roby,
Yeah.
thank you for everything. We'll see you when we get back. When you better fucking be alive when we get back. Nothing better happen to you.
Is something
Stay
gonna happen to
safe.
me?
No, get in your bubble. It's fine.
What do you mean, my bubble?
Your safety, the bubble of Callum.
You guys don't think about me at all when you go out and do your adventures, do you? It's like I just
No.
vanished from existence because I'm not being thought about.
Roby, I grab him by the
God.
shirt. Roby,
Oh, no.
I think about
Am I
you.
even real? What is this?
Roby,
And-
I think about you every fucking day. You need to understand that. Roby, you're the best of us, and that's why you're gonna live. And I kiss him on the forehead and I push him back. I push him into the house.
Thank you. And he scampers in. Making a quick note here. All right. So, you all grab your stuff and you get in the cart. And as you
oh my God.
begin to head north along the trade town route, you all have a moment to sort of chat with each other.
Okay. Starting from like, I don't know, wherever you think is the easiest way to break down this camp. What are we in for?
Jordan, how much do I know about this camp?
So you were maybe at this camp one time.
Okay.
This was back, I'm almost certain, just after your graduation from Basin Crest, from the Arcane Alliance Institute, and you were probably stationed there for maybe like a couple days before you left. It is very probable that things have changed there, but go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. Ooh, baby. That's a 21.
Nice. To the best of your ability, as you recall, it was a hideout that was sort of placed in and around this like dragon skeleton. They had some kind of structures that they had built, a lot of wooden structures, and like a lot of the like, you know, big spike traps and things like that to keep some of the creatures of the Whispering Wilds out, because it is a dangerous forest for sure. But being mages, they were able to ward it pretty well. You also know that there's no like, there is a pathway that kind of travels to it, but it was one that was like illusioned to keep safe. But you think that you could probably remember how to get there fairly well.
Okay.
Do you
And
relay
that's
this
everything
information?
I know. Yes.
I was about to say this time is a good example of are you going to share this information?
Yeah, I tell you everything, clown.
I know. It's just
Yeah.
yeah. Do you happen to know how many people would be at the camp?
Probably more than when I was there. Especially if they're running actively out of there right now. There's probably something major going on there if they needed you three.
Okay. I have an idea. Are you still wearing your Arcane Alliance outfit?
Yeah, baby, I didn't take that shit off. That's my sick outfit, dude.
I have an idea that's just crazy enough to work.
I mean, Xeris, I do have Disguise Self as a spell.
But they're
If that
mages.
is
Won't they
in
see
line-
through that stuff?
Depends
That's
on
the
the
mech-
mage
that's
and what they have
mechanics.
going on.
There's only one person among us who would even know really how to speak to them. Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah, but no, of course.
So, what if And maybe it's not both of us. Maybe it's just one of us. What if Saga brings one of us in as a prisoner?
Ah, a classic.
Oh.
One that
Well, I could
any
disguise-
guard would simply never be able to guess.
What if we Chewbacca this? Can we Chewbacca this?
I could disguise self and into being an Arcane Alliance member with my outfit, and you could be the prisoner.
Y'all also have Red Sister armor.
Oh, we
Yeah, we have the
Dude.
full Red Sister armor.
thank you, God. We could come in as Red Sisters.
I think I would be pretty obviously not a Red Sister.
You're gonna put the hood up.
I have horns.
Are they?
And so can women.
Yeah.
I guess so, but
Can,
Yeah,
Red-
Wes.
Women can have
wait,
horns.
hold up. Are the Red Sisters inherently one race, or are they multiple, or is it just a?
You have no idea.
We have no idea. See, that's
Fred, is sisters like how inclusive of a term is sisters? Is it like me and my sisters, or it's like sister? You know what I mean?
Does.
Give me a history check.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
How
have you
cis
roll this
are the
with a
sisters?
disadvantage, unfortunately.
Why would this
Because
Jordan?
because they are a mysterious assassin guild.
I rolled a nat one, so
Hey, Jace. It's a code.
Uh,
It's a code.
Oh, right.
Fuck.
Okay. Of course. Yeah.
So in theory, if I am taken prisoner, they will put me where Oliver is, and I could potentially break us both out.
You're I think the best one to break out of somewhere.
Because I think there's no way, if there's magical wards and other things going on, that we're gonna be able to get in effectively without drawing too much attention.
Hey, Jordan.
Yep.
When I investigated those bodies before, were they human?
There was a drow, and
Uh-huh.
there was a human. Yeah.
A drow and a human? Okay, so a tiefling could be. They got a drow and a human. It's not all humans.
It sounds like
So-
Xerus is suggesting that Saga
But
and
also-
Voxy pose as the Red Sisters and take him in as prisoner.
100% absolutely down with that. I was just saying we could. It makes sense because if they had a drought, they could have me. Anyways, yes. I think that's a great idea, Xerus. I just realized how I could find out that information that we were asking about a minute ago, and I just wanted to have it.
Okay.
That was I wanted to answer the question that we had. That was all.
Would they question why you weren't able to vanish or like pop in magically? Would there be a good reason that you could give?
Oh, I can do that. Not from a long distance, mind you, but it'd be more of a spell-based thing. But also, they should have like wards and things. So
Yes.
I would think that even for assassins, it would be you would still have to knock on the front door.
Saga, give me a Arcana check.
Knock on the proverbial magic front door.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
17.
literal.
Okay, with 17, you know that a lot of the like people in Basin Crest, for instance, they in order to protect the city itself, they would use essentially types of spells called Forbiddance, a spell that prevents teleportation or planar travel in and out of a certain area. It's a high-level spell.
Yeah, so I don't think I think even the Red Sisters proper would have had to, like, go
Okay.
All right.
go in
All
like
right.
we are going to.
So presumably, they take me where Oliver is. I release myself and Oliver, and we fight our way out.
Why fight? Why that?
Why
not
I
not?
don't think they're gonna give us another choice, Saga.
Oh, wait, I mean, you could try to. That's fair,
Talk
but
to
I was
them.
gonna say maybe no. I was gonna say maybe try to just, stealth your way out.
This,
Eldath forbid.
yeah, I mean, I don't think we could take all of them. That's for sure. I think that we're Oliver's gonna be weak. There's no way he's gonna be able to fight.
Under her breath, Foxy says, "Speak for yourself." Nobody hears. Nobody hears.
Jesus Christ.
For yourself.
So yeah, I mean, the plan could be to stealth out, and we'll just need a plan B if that doesn't work out, because they can sense everything, and we're not as
I do think it would be worth our while to find out, if we can, why they wanted the three of you and what they're currently doing might be helpful.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be up to the two of you while I'm in prison.
Oh, good. We get to work together, Saga.
Foxy, how do I say this in a way that won't make you put your sword to my throat?
Be careful.
Are
though.
you capable of talking to any members of the Arcane Alliance without combusting and trying to murder them?
No.
All right, inspiration for that. Christ. That's funny.
Thank you.
I will say it is difficult for me as well.
I'm gonna make you two hold hands so you have to get along for the rest of this adventure.
I'm not doing anything!
Extra large t-shirt. We
Yeah.
have to be in the t-shirt
yeah,
together.
Senpai says the get along shirt.
Well, then I'd be more than happy to be the sister that talks to people, and you can be the sister that waits to see if things go bad and she gets to start throwing her sword around.
That's
That
my
seems fair.
favorite. That's my favorite position. That sounds wonderful. Thank you. Great idea, Saga.
How kinky of you.
Stop trying to date everything. Stop trying to date everything.
No! You can't stop me!
Ah, one of these
I'm gonna
days.
date everything if I want to.
We are going to transition now as you continue riding along the coast, passing through Midshore. Midshore is a town that was one that you never really visited too much along your travels. It's just like a little bit out of the ways. But it is a pretty bustling kind of thoroughfare. Think of it as your traditional kind of fantasy town. There's a nice city. You can see a bunch of like farms around it, but it's kind of on this weird like semi-island. And as you travel up again, heading north along the heading to the land bridge, you follow this like kind of coastline for a bit of a lake nearby. And as you look out, you can see that it's vast plains, and in front of you, far to your southwest, you can see the southern expanse, a place that you personally have never been to, but you knew that's where a certain orc who really likes snapping heads came from. And as you travel along this coastline of this lake, you can see that there's like low shrubbery and large boulders that are all around this area, and up to kind of your northwest, you can see in the distance is Hound Run. And now that the sun is getting a little bit lower, you still have maybe a little bit more time before you can reach it. By the end of this evening, you should reach Hound Run proper, if you keep continuing forward. And as you all continue moving, who is driving the cart?
Me.
All right, Xeris.
Yes.
You have dark vision, yes?
Correct.
Perfect. It's not fully dark yet, so you're doing okay still. But as you look out, you see that there is a like collection of kind of like taller bushes near the side of the road. And you see as well, give me a perception check and let's see exactly what you see.
Let us see. Oh god, where'd my dice go? Here it is. God. Fuck. Okay, nope. Doing it again. Lucky. I mean, that was terrible.
Lucky.
Lucky. Oh, do I get? How many of those do I get back from the short rest?
I don't know. It should say in your feet.
Oh, you're right. I could read. Thank you.
Here, let me Google that for you.
You regain your expended luck points when you finish a long rest. Damn
so
it!
You don't have any. Are you out of your lucky usage?
No, I have one. This is my last one.
Alrighty, there you go.
And then I'm gonna take a nap.
I will drive after this so that you can take a nap.
I didn't even think about the fact that it's at 11. It's not even that great.
You see as one of the bushes moves, as if something is in it.
I'm gonna stop the cart.
I do have dark vision and umbral sight.
It is.
And I
it is
wouldn't need
not
sleeping.
dark yet. The sun is setting. But
Uh-huh.
it's getting close. It's like kind of that like dim kind of like look where it's like beginning to start changing.
I kind of want to I'm gonna kind of put my hand up and just watch.
I'm ready.
Nothing happens.
Should we?
What did we see? What did we see happen?
You saw
bush
a
moved.
bush near the road shift as if something was inside the bush.
And then you stopped the cart.
Yes.
Okay, I'll check it out. I get out with my sword drawn. I walk up slowly to the bush.
Foxy,
And
give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Fuck, okay. Ooh. That is an 18.
An 18. With an 18, you dodge out of the way as there is a flash of color. And something shoots out of the bush with a very strange sound. And as you duck and roll out of the way, it has now gone across the road to the other bush that's on the other side. And Saga, give me a history check.
I think I am remembering something. Oh.
Let's see if I remember something.
18.
18. You heard a sound as it went and disappeared. It made a
Like a animal?
like a very specific kind of animal that spent a lot of time in Basin Crest in the Arcane Alliance Institute.
Like a friendly animal?
Voxy, as you approach the bush and pull it to the side, blade still drawn, you see about the size of probably a beach ball. There is, shivering and shaking in the bush, a strange jellyfish-like creature with 2 eye stalks that are coming off of it. It is a bright, vibrant orange, and the many tendrils that are floating underneath it fade from orange down to a bright and kind of translucent blue. And on the top of it, between the 2 eye stalks, is a small little mouth that goes... It looks scared.
Oh, can I come over? Can I come over and I want to cast light just like in my hand and see if I can get it to come out and be a little happier.
Yeah, you watch as I said beach ball earlier. It's probably more like a volleyball, like probably about that big. And as it sort of like sees your light, Sokka, give me a charm check with advantage.
Okay.
New best friend. New best friend.
New best friend. New best friend. You mean a persuasion check?
Yeah, we can do persuasion. That's fine.
Or a charisma check. What do you feel?
It's your call. If you prefer a charisma.
What about a 22?
Yeah. You watch as this thing goes and kind of flutters out of the bush and begins to spin around your light that's on your hand before it settles on your shoulder. Its tendrils sort of like kind of a little bit of undulation from them as it just sort of sits there, and you watch as it like kind of settles in on your shoulder and lets out a very, very happy chirp. This is a flumph.
A flumph?
That's
Yeah.
the best name I have ever heard in my life.
Oh, can I get a spelling?
Yes, F-L-U-M-P-H. Flumph.
Flump?
It's an onomatopoeia animal.
PH. It's the sound they make whenever they kind of shoot forward. It's kind of a little gas is released and they...
I love it! Boxy's like, what is this?
This is a flump. There's a ton of them all over the Arcane Alliance. They very much like magic. That's like what I'm doing, like to like give it the little light cantrip so it's like happy.
What does the Arcane Alliance do with them?
They just float around in our hallways pretty aimlessly. They don't really.
They don't do anything. Got it.
Saga,
So no
give
experiment.
Give me a
What
nature.
is the use of them?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Give me a nature check, Saga.
Oh, not good at that, I don't think. Yeah, not good at that. Let's see. My natural 20. I'm actually so natural
Nice.
and smart.
That's
and
your
no one
third
knows
20
anything
this tonight.
That's
You're
It is my third 20.
20s, baby.
I'm killing it.
So you know that a flumph is very much a creature that is kind of benevolent. They are willing to help out, and they can understand kind of telepathic communication. They also feed on psionic energy, so psychic energy, but in a harmless way. Every creature puts out some kind of level of psychic energy, whether they mean to or not. And so the magic and the psychic energy combined in Basin Crest was such that flumps were regularly attracted to it. You also know that they show their feelings and emotions through colors that they can sort of shift out through their body, almost like a cuttlefish. And then in addition to that, they are also known to be incredibly helpful for adventurers. If asked politely, they might help you with whatever you need.
Can I pass message and talk to the flump telepathically?
Yeah, what do you say?
My new friend? I go, hi, friend. Oh, we're adorable. My name's Saga. I'm sorry that we scared you earlier. We didn't mean to. Are you all alone out here?
It responds in a telepathic way that is not through words, but through feelings, emotions that are very strong. You get a blast of psychic energy as it communicates feelings of kind of loneliness and feelings of sadness and feelings of kind of homesickness. And you watch as it kind of shifts from this orange to almost a pale blue.
Oh, I miss home too. You wanna? And I turn to the other two and I look so like eyes huge, like, can I please take him with us? Please.
What?
You know, I think we knew one person that would have already named them.
I don't know who you're referring to, but okay.
I do. I'm gonna cry.
Welcome aboard, Flumph.
Okay, can we give it a better name at least?
Yeah, that's the next step.
Ooh, we got to give you a name.
You watch as it like kind of shifts a little bit back to its orange color. And its eye stalks kind of like split, looking between the two of you who are talking.
Well, let's be respectful. Let's find out if it already has a name before we give it one.
Okay. Thump, do you have a name already? Or
Both eye stalks turn to look at you, Saga.
yeah, I didn't think so. I don't think that's really how they function. What will I call you? And I like hold it out in front of me to like look at it better.
So it looks like a jellyfish, Jordan.
Yeah, if you Google Flumph, you'll absolutely just see what they look like.
Yeah, they're like they're the best.
Little cutie pies. Is
This
what they
sounds
are.
like the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Is what.
Oh!
They're so good,
I
dude.
love it.
I like the first picture I saw is one wearing a little top hat with a bow
He's
tie.
wearing a top hat!
Yay!
He's wearing a top hat!
Oh, what a regal young man.
Okay, I want one. Voxy is like, whatever, fine, but Ashley wants one bad. Oh, it's so cute.
I'm gonna look at this thing for like a good minute.
I was never good at the naming of things.
You watch as it flits off of your shoulder, Saga, and goes and spins around Xeris for a second before shooting over to Voxy, and you watch as its eye stalks get like right up in your face, and it goes and it flutters back, and it sort of hovers in between all the three of you.
Oh, you're kind of a menace, aren't you?
You watch
I
as
will
it
call
turns
you-
a deep magenta.
Oh, did it hate that? Did it hate being called that? Or did it like it? Can I know anything about their... Yeah. I'll kind of look at it and I'll go, I think I'll call you baby.
Like nobody puts baby in the corner.
Mhm.
You watch as it like looks at you. Did you message this to it?
Yeah.
As you do so, you watch as it goes and spins in the air and goes and starts swirling around your head. It turns a bright pink that's fluttering between a pink and a yellow. Before it like looks over at you, and then it goes from Xeris to Saga to Voxy and kind of nuzzles against your cheeks before you watch as it goes suddenly down the trail, zipping away from you before stopping and turning and looking back at you three.
Oh my god. That's so
A year ago, I would have hated that.
A whole season ago, I would have hated that. Yeah.
I guess it's.
As long as it doesn't eat all our supplies, it's fine.
It's not going to. It's just here for the magic and the vibes, right, baby?
Sorry, baby? Is that it? Is that their name?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know baby's pronouns?
I think. All
I
right.
think it's just baby.
Maybe is it pronoun indifferent?
Baby, do you have pronouns?
It turns orange again.
I think that means it's that's a neutral, and that means
Pronoun indifferent? All right.
Evolves past the need, I think.
yeah.
You watch as the creature turns and
Look,
begins
Foxy's
to like
just trying to be respectful.
turns and tries to head down the path again before stopping and turning and looking at you all again.
Okay.
Does,
I guess.
Does baby want us to follow?
I think so. Does it seem like baby wants us to like follow like right now, or like get in the cart and follow?
Give me another insight check.
Okay.
Or nature.
14.
14. So you know that flumps, like I said, are helpful creatures. They like adventurers, especially nice ones. You also know that flumps are known for being able to kind of read your mind and know what you're looking for.
Mm.
Oh!
Oh.
I think baby's gonna help us try to find Oliver.
Okay. Is it going in the direction that we were headed, or is it going in a separate direction?
It's going in the direction that you're headed. It is heading up
Okay, good.
towards the Whispering Wilds.
Okay, great.
All right.
Well, let's go. Let's follow.
Let's go.
And with that, as you all climb aboard your cart, begin moving
And
forward.
I'm sleeping. Foxy, you're
along-
driving.
along the path. You can see in the distance as the sun is beginning to set, Hound Run in front of you, and the vast, dark, and terrible woods of the Whispering Wilds, which we will visit next week on the Fellguard Season 3. Folks, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been a fun little one. You guys made a new little
This is a
fan.
fun one.
I thought we were going to have an encounter. I was expecting an encounter before we ended the session. I was not expecting a
We got a
friend.
new familiar.
We got a little baby.
We love little babies. Yeah, please, everyone look up
Baby.
Flumps. They are the most adorable things
That
in the
was-
world.
So fun.
We love them.
It's so cute.
All right. My name is Jordan Tries. This has been the Fellguard. Folks, we stream this every single Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be notified the next time that we go live, please make sure that you give us a follow, or if you'd like to help out the stream in a little bit more, you can give us a quick little subscription, which does so much to help small streamers like ourselves. We're just trying to get by. We have so many other streams that we do here. Join us next Monday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern to make sure that we date absolutely everything. It's going to be hosted by Jace and Wes. Farzir Sensaga here, in addition to Ace, who is going to be helping them out with our wonderful dating simulator. And then, of course, make sure that you join us later on for in person for the Goofy Movie Shadowcast, which will be taking place at the in July. So please check that out. And make sure that you, let's get the Goofy thing. There it is. It's going to be July 13th at 3 p.m. Tickets available on that link there. I think that's everything. Turning pages once a month. Go to our Discord. Check out the new voting thing for it. And folks, I hope you have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening. And we'll see you next week for the continuation of the Fellguard Season 3. Thank you so much. And we'll see you later. Good night.